So it's like 1:30, 1:44, and I'm walking home from the club at Necto. The club at Necto. It's just called Necto. And it was like goth emo night, and there were people in like, there was one lady with like a pauldron that was fur and like a really cool like pants. That was amazing. I want to pull that off. There were like a couple of people in just like, fishnet kind of BDSM stuff. Lots of people with collars with chains and shit. There were lots of people with cat ears, which, hot damn, I wish that was a thing when I was like younger. I would go to more clubs. I would have gone to more clubs. And I danced a lot. I talked to like a couple of people. There wasn't anyone dancing, and the music wasn't like bopping when I got there, right when they opened, which I guess was my first mistake. Don't go to a club right when they open. Wait, like 30 minutes to an hour, I think it is, at least for Necto. So, I talked to a guy, he was super cool. His name was Devante. And apparently he was like well known there. He'd been going there for 7 years, he said. There are no streetlights, so you're just gonna have to deal with me being dark. And he was super friendly. It was great. And then other people showed up and talked to him. Like 2 or 3 people showed up and like talked to him and like totally ignored the fact that I was there. But one girl, she was super cool. She sat down and she was talking, and she was a DM. Probably why she talked to me, because I'm wearing a Dungeons and Dragons t-shirt to Goth Night. I guess I didn't fit in. I don't know, I feel like there was a mix of people there. The only reason I didn't really fit in was because I didn't go with people. That's the second tip, I think. If you ever go to a club, bring people with you. You're the crowd. But before I got to dancing, there was a second guy I was talking to. And he was a painter, and he was having like some troubles with his fiance. Oh, essentially, sorry. Before him, there was a woman I was talking to. And she was just like chill. She had like all the same anxieties that I do about like, how society is collapsing and the end of the world and shit. So it was good talking to her. And then this guy shows up with his friend, and he starts talking about his fiance and his like emotional support issues with her and with her with him and shit. How they're like, there's like some kind of communication barrier between them. Anyway, that conversation lasted a really long time. That guy had a lot to say. He bit up a lot of people in his past, and he liked to talk about that, and also his alcoholism. Hope he gets better. And his friend was like 12 years younger than him. He was 23, so younger than me. And he was like, I don't know what he was about. It was my impression was that he had a more modern mentality of how to approach people for like dating, I guess. I don't know what he's up about, because we were talking about asexuality, and he was just like, oh yeah, I'm like somewhere on the ace spectrum. But his friend, his older friend with the fiance problems, was like super trying to like tell him like, oh yeah, you just gotta like approach women and compliment them and like start conversations and shit. But it was in a really like, bro, this is a goth and emo night at a club. Like, I don't think people are here for like dating or hooking up or whatever. They hardly seemed to be there to meet new people. I don't know. It was really unclear to me what people were there for. But anyway, after I talked to like these 4 random strangers, I was like, I'm gonna go dancing. And that was at like 11:30. And then I just got finished dancing, and now I need to walk home. And now that I've stopped dancing, I feel old. My back is all like, you did too much movement. And I had a couple of drinks, literally only 2. So I think I'll be good. I'm gonna go home, drink shit tons of water, have some of those delicious fresh strawberries. Oh yeah, earlier today I went to Plum Market, and I got some really overpriced organic food. I mean, I guess it's not overpriced for organic food, but it's just organic food, so it's overpriced. I made a huge mistake. So I got some Beyond Burgers, I got some buns, I got some ketchup, and I got some pickles. And I was just like, yeah, that's good enough. And I got the strawberries, of course. And I got some chips for tomorrow when I'm gonna try psilocybin mushrooms. Gonna go to a place, because it's decriminalized here. There's just straight up a place that sells it. Also, there's like a bunch of fucking, like, there's shrooms, psychedelic, they've got like rainbow tie-dye shit just like on posters here, and a phone number, and I'm just like, I assume that this is the phone number you text or call to organize buying shrooms from someone. It's just on like every fucking lamppost in downtown Ann Arbor, like on Main Street. I was like, what? And I was talking to people, they were just like, oh yeah, it's been that way for like a year. Apparently, like, I think it was April 2021, they had a festival where everyone just did psychedelics, and like, because it was decriminalized, and the police were there maintaining order, they did fuck all. There were like no arrests, no incidents. They were just like, we're here to make sure, you know, no one goes fucking insane or whatever, and no one did. Wow, giant Domino's freight truck going through, what do you call those things? Going through downtown Ann Arbor and semi-residential Ann Arbor at like 2 a.m. Fuck, man. Well, I guess there is a like train near here anyway, so it's not gonna wake all these people up. Makes me feel better about talking. Yeah. The second lady I was talking to, the second person I was talking to, the first lady, the only lady, she was telling me about living in Ypsi, and my impression of Ypsi, I think, is just 100% correct. She was just like, oh yeah, like, you know, you hear gunshots a couple of times a year, and you just pretend that they're fireworks. She was talking about her strategy for not getting mugged / assaulted / shot is to stare everyone down and let them know she's not afraid. And I was like, oh, bro, that sounds super aggressive. I don't know if I could, like, stomach doing that. She didn't say stare down. She said look people in the eye. And that's something I do. I look people in the eye and I smile at them. Which I guess also lets people know that you're not, like, fucking afraid. But also, you know, I don't know. I don't... Shockingly, because of what you all know about me, I think people don't get the impression that I am, like, a huge fucking anxious scaredy cat coward. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Chase, that guy's brave. He can, like, talk to people, he can bring up topics that are uncomfortable, he can put himself in situations that are foreign and new. I don't think you guys get. I'm just like, whenever I think about why something is stopping me from doing something, I'm just like, bro, I could be dead 12 years ago. Like, why am I letting this stop me from trying a thing, right? What's the worst that can happen? I'll die? Oh no, what a horror. So, you know, that's why I danced for 2 hours straight. I learned a little bit about the subtleties of Necto. So there are 2 main music sources. There's the top floor, and then there's the bottom floor called the Red Room. I think the top floor also has a name, and it's also like a ground floor. Actually, I think it's elevated. Anyway. On the top floor, they were more like... Man, I wish I knew musical genres. They were the ones playing, like... It wasn't quite headbanging. If it was headbanging, I would have danced to it more and been like, yeah! There was like a little bit of a bump. But there was a lot of like, you're being brainwashed by logic and religion, and also like everyone is lying to you. Hitler is bad, kill him. There was like literally, they had like some little speech from Hitler, and then they had the finish him screen from Street Fighter, and like shit like that. And I was just like, cool messaging. Why is this not more metal or like more screamy? Like, it's so subtle. And the floor was fucking dead, right? There was me and the lady I was talking to earlier and some other guy in a corner and like two people. The lady with the pauldron was there for a little while, but she didn't stay for long. She like got on and then with some other guy she was with, and then like they got off and then they got back on for a little bit and then they went downstairs and then they disappeared forever. Shame. I kind of wanted to talk to her about like if she made her outfit and like where she wears it, because oh man, it's cool. It's like the same as oh man, I need to share something. So I was playing this game called Northgard, and it's like a Norwegian strategy game, well, Norse Viking strategy game kind of thing, like Age of Mythology, but not as mythological. Like, you didn't actually have like trolls or dragons or dwarves or whatever doing shit, but like there was still like runes and stuff. So it was about mythology, but it wasn't fantastical. And in it, there was this guy who, he's not wearing a shirt. All he's wearing on like his upper body is like a strip of metal and like pauldrons. And I saw this guy's like design and I was like, this is so impractical armor. It's literally just boob plate, but for a big muscly man. And so I shared my sentiment with Brandon, and Brandon was like, oh shit. Apparently he shared it with another friend, and that friend was just like, I like that. I want to draw a guy in boob plate. And then she did, and it turned out a little bit like, it's the guy from Warhammer with like the mirror shields. Sigvald the Magnificent, I think his name is. Yeah, and I was just like, oh shit. I love it when people take like the idea of people shouldn't be sexy when they're fighting and be like, well, actually, what if when we talk about equality, we just make everyone sexy when they're fighting? That's what I like. I'm not even like super into looking at like sexy people or whatever, but like, I love it when my fantasy does not give a shit about realistic armor and is instead like, what if everyone was fabulous? And that's why I also love like all the paladins with their like super pleated dress skirts that like go down to the fucking floor. And it's just like, yeah, you wouldn't be wearing that because you'd have like greaves or something. Yeah, like you might have like the samurai had like skirts, but I don't think they went below the knees or too far below the knees. Just like, because you don't want to restrain your own movement, right? You want to still be able to move, but you want to be able to protect your legs and your lower body. But you can like wear boots up to your knees. So I think, I'm not super certain about armor, but I think that's what they did. Anyway. I'm chasing some poor animal. Yeah, so there were like 5 people upstairs, and I was just like, alright. At one point, I was like the second to last person on the floor. And I was like, this music is not calling to me either. So I went down for Mudbrim, and that's where everyone was. And it was the DJ's birthday. He was legit. He was like playing not really emo stuff. Like he put the apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur song, and everyone was like, oh yeah, I like going down. And that was fun. And then, it was so sad. It almost broke my heart, except luckily I was there. He like did a little thing, he was just like, yo, I want to call out the DJ that inspired me to do this, who also works here, who some other guy was talking about, because apparently this guy is awesome. And his name was... Thor, no. It was 4 letters. And it was either like common, or a word, or something like that. And he seemed cool. People seemed to have a high opinion of him. And he was just like, I'm gonna try something that's more me. I'm gonna play like some soundtracks and stuff. And I was like, ah, shit. Is he gonna play like Living in the City? You know, you gotta survive from like Sonic R? Or like, ah, shit. What's the one from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle? Something about chasing your rainbow. Ah. But yeah, those ones I was just like, oh fuck, those would be bopping. I'd love dancing to those. But like, you played a couple of things that were more like subtle and wavy, and then you like played some other stuff, and slowly the entire room fucking died and emptied. And I was the only one there. And I was like, oh shit, this is really sad. It's A, his birthday, and B, like he's trying something fun. Like some of it was like, eh. But other of it was just like, this is good music. I think coming from my perspective where, yeah, I know 5 songs. I mean, I know more than that. I don't know the songs that they play at clubs and shit. And if I do know them, I usually don't like them because they're fucking weird as hell and really objectifying. And I don't like the lyrics. And that's my favorite thing about music, is the lyrics. So, when I was the only one there, it was crazy. Like, I was like, oh shit, there's no one here to like judge me dancing except the DJ, and he just fucking played music that emptied a room full of people. So like, he's thinking about himself. And I was like, super dancing. It was crazy. It was really great. I really enjoyed doing it. Maybe I should dance at home alone more often. If it's like that. Dude, I think I might even enjoy doing that more than jogging. I don't know if it's the same amount of workout, but I have a watch that can tell me. Fancy smartwatch. Anyway, yeah, that's what happened today after my little thing. Oh, other than those strawberries that I got at Plum Market, fucking legit, man. I'm actually home, so I'm gonna show them to you because that's easy enough. I was thinking earlier, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to the club. I'm gonna like dance, have fun, talk to people, and I'm gonna like pick someone up. But that didn't end up happening because I didn't really feel like the vibe. There was like, there were 2 girls I wanted to talk to, but they did not seem like in the mood. So it's like these. These are the strawberries. They're like tall, small, natural, like locally grown. I say natural. Of course, all strawberries are like natural, but like, you know, these ones aren't specifically bred for being big and occupying space. But they are fucking delicious, man. When I went strawberry picking one time when I was a kid, they told me, and I have no idea if this is true. This is what a strawberry picker who grows small strawberries told me, so obviously they have some biases. And they told me that basically strawberries weren't bred in a way that made them have more sugar to go with the larger area. So it's the same amount of sugar spread out. Like, I feel like these smaller ones are sweeter, but I don't really fucking know. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for keeping me safe while I walk home and have someone to talk to. Maybe I'll update you guys tomorrow. Maybe I'll film something really fucking weird while tripping and post it. We'll find out. Peace!